Hello, and welcome back to more Last Dream World Unknown, where the two halves of my party had just come back together, and apparently when we're together we can push these boulders out of the way to move forward. I was kind of wondering that since the last episode, what was going to happen. I'm just going to put a new save here since there happens to be a save thingy, which makes me think that maybe there's going to be a boss battle or something. How am I doing in terms of hit points and everything? We're in pretty good shape. Black Mage is a little low on magic points. And it does appear that there's going to be some kind of boss here, so maybe I will go ahead and use a Great Magic Potion on Black Mage, give him his magic points back, and save once more, and let's see... What is that thing? It's like a two-headed serpent dragon. Twisted Imugi. Foolish mortals, the master cannot be defeated. He has granted me his power, and this cave shall be your tomb. Alright, apparently it's time for a boss. Twisted Emoji. Emoji? I'm not sure how to say that. Alright, I am out of practice. I was away again for a few days, and so I guess what I need to do is... I guess you probably do a throat slit. You will probably start with bloodlust, I imagine. Although I did recently learn meditation. That could be good too. Let's actually start with meditation and try that out. You will start with inflation for everybody. And you can start with Sorceress Imbue on the monk so that he'll be able to hit hard in a couple of rounds. 10% hit points per turn. And it sounds like that's going to last throughout the entire battle. And we managed to hit this guy pretty hard. And that wasn't too bad in terms of him hitting me back. And so far I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. Let's see. You could also do Bloodlust, which would last a little while. Let's try that out. Let's have you do Bloodlust, definitely. Let's have you do a heal 4 to make sure the entire party has lots of hit points. And let's have you do, I guess, Godlike on the monk. And then next round, the monk should start hitting really hard. And we'll see how this goes. I forgot to even notice, apparently, how many hit points the boss seems to have, and so next time I actually target him. Haha, he missed. We'll see what we're up against here. Alright, so let's use armed robbery. Yeah, we've already taken off like 5% of his hit points or something. Let's just try a normal attack. Let's try plan of attack, which will increase everybody's attacking power. And let's also do a godlike on the thief so that he'll be super strong. And, alright, let's see what the monk can do. Wow. That was like 80,000 hit points, I think, that he just dealt. That was pretty awesome. And 25,000 hit points? Okay, this guy does not have a lot of defense. And doesn't seem to be hitting that hard, so I think this is actually going to be one of the easier bosses, based on what I've seen so far. Anything else I can do to make my guys even more powerful? I guess I could just do Bastion for extra defense, and I could do... there's one more thing I could do to the monk, which is Juggernaut. So let's do that, and see if we can get the monk hitting for... Yeah, that was 10 hits of about 8,000 apiece, so that's got to be like 80,000. Sadly, the thief managed to miss. But yeah, the party seems to be holding up just fine. So I think this is going to be straightforward. Hooray. We'll be able to move forward once again. And in terms of the big picture, like, I really have very little sense of kind of where we are in kind of like the grand scheme of things, like the whole game. I've been meaning to try this out since I just got it. Double cast, doubles magic point cost, lasts for 3 turns. I want to try using that and then like Annihilation and see how much damage the Black Mage can do with like a double Annihilation or something like that. Seems like that could be fun. Double damage and magic points. Alright, so spend twice as much magic but deal twice as much damage is what it sounds like. Penultimate Blast. Does that mean you think you're only going to last one more round? Probably not. Let's just do a burglary. Let's do a normal attack. Let's get some healing just in case. And let's try Annihilation, which does cost twice as much now. And yeah, 38,000. Yeah, that did a lot. That did a lot of damage. And yeah, I have a feeling that Penultimate Blast once again. So penultimate means second to last, right? And so it's kind of an odd name for an attack that this guy is going to use twice. In my opinion. Alright, basically this should finish this guy off, and I don't even need to think about it anymore. Yay! Alright, a nice start, a nice welcome back for me playing this game again after skipping town for a few days. Went to see my mom. Alright, right. And I wasn't leveling up the other folks, but maybe at this point I want to start leveling them again. Right, they're not even wearing like good rings and things. And at this point, yeah, you're already at 125 and you're close to 120. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and take off the forgetful rings and put back on good rings that these guys would want to wear. Alright, so I gave the Thief and a White Mage some more useful rings, and let's move forward to the next screen where things continue to be dark. Still not a fan of the darkness mechanic. Okay, that looks like a teleporter there. And then... oh, interesting. Okay. Before... let's do this. Let me do another save slot here. If I stand on this, warp out of Black Cavern. I see! I'm gonna say no for right now, but I might want to, because I wonder if this is, like, getting to the very end of the game or something over here, and there's still other things I want to do. Are we just, like, climbing and climbing and climbing? It looks like it might be getting brighter again, possibly. So that would be nice, because I'm tired of the darkness mechanic. Interesting. So we are somewhere now. Do I recognize where we are? And can I push this down? Yes. Okay, it built a thing across the water, but let's check out what's in the cave first. Yeah, I have no idea kind of like where we are. Watch the cutscene. Oh, I do want to see a cutscene. Your party reunited, you turn your back on the lower caverns and approach the maze-like upper caves. A vision strikes you with intense emotion, although you fear you can already guess what knowledge it will impart. I can't guess, actually. So I'm curious to see it. Chapter 14. Mephistopheles Reborn, the Modern Era. Okay, there's the goblins and their sacred tree. I see. And there's Merihem, right, we killed him at the bottom of this tree. These green and brown mongrels appear to worship this tree. Soon they'll worship me. Okay, so he went down to live there. Right, there were the 3 Pitlurians that had sailed across the raft. And so, which one is this? And where is he going? I don't immediately recognize it. I see, this is still Merihem, just going down deeper into the tree. Got it. A continent away. Okay, here's Pitlurian number 2, Alibir. And which cave was he in? I don't remember offhand. But some other place that I visited in the past. Seems vaguely familiar, but I still don't remember exactly. Alright. Was that at the bottom of the spiral cave, possibly? I don't remember. Meanwhile, in Valundra, Pythias writes... oh, yeah, was that, some, like, abandoned elven something where I found that? No, he's at the... oh, that's right. Kind of like in the, back underground portion of the castle or something. Is that where I ended up fighting him? Yeah. Alright. I feel the power restoring me. It's only a matter of time before I'm strong enough to crush the long-eared resistors. Speaking, of course, of the elves. Alright, so Mephistopheles. This energy source is buried beneath this overworld or city. They will not get in my way. Which city is this? I'm not sure that I immediately recognize, just at a glance. Is this going to be, Westonia? No, this is, oh, this is Rockwood. I see, in the Mercenaries Guild. It's been so long since we've actually been able to be there. Oh, which is where I'm at now, isn't it? Haha. I see. And this is the Well of Souls. Okay. Okay. So Mephistopheles is in the Well of Souls that I passed earlier, it sounds like. There was a place to go on the earlier path that I want to go back to now because it seems like the way forward. Oh, interesting. I do want to cross it, but I see. So it's just like a shortcut, basically, that it made back over here is what it seems to be. And now I have to figure out how to actually not travel across it, since it kind of auto-jumps if you go in a certain direction. So, I still have the question of whether I want to warp out. Ooh, Chimeric Titan, Sinful Devil. These seem to be new monsters that I don't know that I've encountered before. Let's see what they think of Thunder. I guess I'm not all the way healed up, actually, so I might want to do that at some point. But I can't imagine that everyday random encounter monsters are going to be too threatening. Yeah, they're pretty strong in terms of their number of hit points, at least. Let's just fight. So that should finish you off, and I'm not sure that the thief will be able to finish off the Sinful Devil. We'll find out here in a moment. Yeah, only 4,000, so we'll do one more round of smacking him around with the monk. He's hitting for like 30,000 or something. Great, everybody's gaining experience once again. Let me heal up the party. The orange rock appears soft enough to carve symbols into. Perhaps it could be useful in navigating through these caverns. Etch a directional arrow into the soft stone. Interesting. Yes? Which direction? I'm unclear. I'm going to say left. I'm unclear if that means that this is going to be a giant maze, and this is just an opportunity for me to mark my path, or if it's actually going to have some kind of a game mechanical significance. I think I kind of lean towards the first one. For now, I'm not going to go down holes, and I'm just going to try to follow the left wall on this level. But, oh my gosh, and there's places to climb up to. Okay, this is going to be a giant maze, and is this... Can I go across here? I cannot. Okay, this does seem like it's going to be a giant maze. There are treasure chests, and I am kind of curious about that now. I guess I will put one down, and I guess I'm using the idea that I'm going to leave marks in the directions that I've already traveled, I guess is what I appear to be doing. Oh, hey, I found some treasure chest. Great. AP orbs. I should really start doing some level ups and using some of my ability points, because right now they're pretty much all going to waste. Yeah, this seems like it's going to be a giant maze, and could turn out to be quite difficult. Imugi and Sinful Devil. Alright. I imagine that these guys should be easy, since I just beat their boss. Yeah, I have a feeling I can finish them off with just some melee damage here. Okay, so these guys won't be too bad. I have a choice to make in terms of deciding whether I think this is leading up to kind of the end of the game, and I want to go back to Mount Agni and deal with the Pitlurians, or if I think I'll still have the opportunity to do that in the future, even if I press forward here. I would like to explore kind of the vast majority of the content in the game that I can with this party, and so I don't want to kind of like finish the game prematurely if there's other places to explore that I still wanted to explore. But yeah, that's just kind of the challenges as you get close to the end of the game that one has to deal with. And so for now I'm going to do some exploring, but if I see something that looks like we might be coming to a final boss or something, I may warp back out of here. And then, yeah, attempt to come back in the future. Okay. I'm really not sure that I have any kind of rhyme or reason to where I'm going right now. Yeah, this is just a dead end. I wonder, can I change my etching now? Yes. Okay, let's change it up. And there is a place to go up over here. Hey, more chests. That's nice. Large AP orb. Alright. But it seems like both of those ways were dead ends. So basically everything over here is done. I still can't get over there. And some more bad guys to fight. Okay, I'm wandering somewhat aimlessly. And yeah, wish I had a better strategy here. Okay, that ended up being a dead end. And so let me change it to right. And I'll go this way. I guess so long as I'm still finding new unetched orange rocks and feel like I might be making some progress, I'll continue kind of going in those directions. I'm just trying to take a peek to see if there's immediate dead ends before I leave the orange rocks behind. Alright, some more bad guys to fight. Alright, in a mining bomb cave, I managed to find an inflation tonic. Some more consumables I'll probably never use. And I've just been wandering around for a bit. And pretty much everywhere I've gone so far is like all new areas, but I'm really just wandering aimlessly and don't have a whole lot of rhyme or reason to where I'm going. Trying to get a sense of how quickly or not it may eventually kind of circle around to somewhere that I've already been. So, yeah, and fighting enemies along the way that so far have not been too bad. Hey, I found some more treasure chests. Oh, Aegis Cloak and Aegis Staff. I don't remember what kind of... You're wearing Khan Staff or wearing... You've got Virgil's Staff, and so I presume the Aegis Staff is not as good as those. Yeah, it's got more attack power, but not as much intelligence, for example. I do have... That's right, I have some notes about some recipes that I've picked up recently while exploring in the Black Cavern or whatever it was called. And so if and when I do warp out of here, I am hopeful that I will actually be able to synthesize some new equipment that might actually be useful. Ooh, I reached a save point. So let's save. It does look like it might be some other kind of boss monster. I do need to heal up a little bit, and then we'll try fighting it just to see what it is. Alright, let's engage the Arcane Guardian. The Master's power fills me. I shall annihilate you. Yeah, the previous boss said something along those lines, and it didn't work out all that well for him. Let's start with Bloodlust. I'm not going to bother with the healing kind of thing. Let's do an inflation, and let's start with Sorceress Imbue on the monk. And we'll see just how hard this particular Arcane Guardian, is that what he was called, is going to hit. Alright, but everyone's feeling super powerful. Energy Spear. That hits for 300 hit points. Yeah, not too scary so far, are you, bad guy? Let's try using Throat Slits. Let's try a normal attack. I'm not even going to bother healing just yet. I'm going to start with a plan of attack and Godlike on the monk. So I can get as much attacking power out of the monk here at the start. Alright, and he got 10 hits for about 6,000 each, so that's like 60,000. And that was before he had kind of leveled up with that. Throat Slit also doing great things. Ooh, stole Aegis armor. That's pretty cool. And yeah, people are still healing up, so that's great. We will do an armed robbery. We will do a normal attack. We will do... I guess this time let's go ahead and do the heal 4. I could do... Actually, let's do Blessed on the monk. And let's do... Yeah, let's just give the monk everything. Let's do Juggernaut on the monk. And try to make him the most powerful monk of all time. Okay, now he's hitting for like 7,000 and 8,000, so about 80,000 probably. Which is pretty awesome. And it's been reduced to 1 hit point. But I don't think that that's going to make a whole lot of a difference. You can do, I guess, a burglary. You will just attack. I guess you should do a fast cure on the monk just in case. And you can do... I guess let's do a crumble followed by double cast and annihilation. Sounds reasonable. I haven't even been noticing how many hit points it appears this boss has. It might be the case that I've already got him like halfway down and I don't even need to worry about trying to deal much damage output with a mage. If my melee characters can handle him just fine. So let's actually take a look at that. Yeah, he's already halfway down, so I don't think it's actually going to be a problem. So in that case, let's just do a heal 4, and yeah, I'll just go ahead and throw the annihilation out there because I really don't have anything else super important that needs to be done. And that's dealing another 20,000 damage, so yeah, that's good. The thief is still missing a bit. I'm thinking about maybe spending some of my... Ooh! Okay, Arcane Tendrils. He actually has an attack that hurts. Okay, let me pay a little bit more attention to this boss battle then. Your Bloodlust is probably worn off, but he's getting close to finishing him off, so let's just do those attacks. Plan of attack is probably worn off, so let's do that. And Godlike on the monk might have worn off after he got resurrected, and so we'll do that so that he becomes stronger once again. Yeah, because now he's only hitting for like 3,000 and 4,000. And yeah, unless he does that same attack again, it hits everybody. I'm not too worried. Mind Devour, yeah, steal magic points from the thief. Sure, waste your turn on that, silly bad guy. Oh, right, it does mean that now I can only just attack, but that's fine. And let's do a fast heal, and let's do an annihilation, just try to finish this guy off. And so I wonder... I did not end up kind of like backtracking, and I'm sure I missed like 100 different paths in the previous maze. And so I wonder if I did somehow just kind of like luck into finding a way forward, and if this means we're going to be closer to the very end of the game. So I'm going to have to make a choice here again. Let's just do... do I have any kind of healing thing? Yeah, I've got heal 4. Here we go. Heal 4. And... what should you even do? Osmosis. There you go. Get some magic points back. Hooray! So yeah, we'll see what appears to be behind this boss and make our decision from there. But it looks like he's only going to last. Haha, he increased his defense. You should have done that at the beginning of the battle, not at the end of the battle. Silly boss monster with a poor AI. He's making bad choices about how to order his particular attacks and using different things. I'll just guard. And yeah, you can just guard too. Monk should finish him off this round, I think. Even with his extra defense. What'd I tell you? Alright. Cool boss dying animation. Oh, got lots of levels and different things. Did anybody level up? The Black Mage leveled up to 120. Oh, there's going to be a cutscene. Hold on. I'm curious to see if the Black Mage could learn any new spells. I think it might be 125 before he learns something. Struck by a vision of the past. Tell me all about it. 500 years in the past. This isn't like a chapter, apparently. And this is the same place that we just were. Who... are these the like, Vanir, like, the scientist who seeded the world with the races here or something? Yes, Findar, Vanir Envoy. The pressure is staggering. The power of this creature is beyond anything I've ever encountered. Now we can perceive the creature's true strength. We must plan for the worst. What do you suggest? We have spare equipment that we should cache if Aulus sends reinforcements who aren't prepared for the creature. It's a pity it's come to this, but I agree. Our combined might may not be enough, so we must plan ahead. The path to the left leads towards the being, while the path to the right is a dead end. Let's stash our equipment to the right with a beacon to alert future reinforcements. Lead the way. Okay, so apparently there's some equipment to the right that I might want to go after, and it was very fortunate that I just happened to have a vision of the past that told me that just at the right moment as I came over here. So let's go to the right, in hopes that our visions are not fooling us. and that we will find some kind of super weapon over here. Yeah, so if those are the Vanir, kind of the creators of the life, or most of the life on this planet, and in the previous game, like the Vanir equipment or whatever was like the best equipment that you could get in the game. Some more bad guys. Let me fight my way through here. Alright, the enemy's been defeated. And we can move forward. Show me the cache of super weapons. Me wanty. Not sure why they had to hide them down such a long path. Man, this thing just spirals around forever. Alright, well, I'll meet you guys at the end. Okay, it appears I have finally reached the cache of stuff. What do we have? Oh, recipes. Recipe collector. Okay, hermetic helm, titan something, cursed sword, divine staff, mana surge robe, damned whip, lucent bow, monstrous axe, devil's dagger, and expansion cloak. Let's just imagine those are all going to be pretty awesome. And I think at this point I will warp out of the Black Cavern. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, so where's this actually going to take me to? I see, back into this building. Can I warp out of here as well by just using the monk's warp skills? It looks like I can. And that brings me back to the front of Rockwood. And can I, like, still talk to these guys? Yeah, okay, so these guys are still waiting for reinforcements or whatever. And yeah, okay, except I'm over here. I don't remember if there's a way for me to get back to the Phoenix now. Because I think like a cutscene got us with the dwarves through the mountains to get here. So maybe I am stuck? And then there's just, yeah, normal, easy bad guys out here. I am unclear if that means I can't go back to a town and use my recipes, but it let me warp out. Which makes me think there will be opportunities to get out of places and things. Oh, is this where I see? This must be the dwarf tunnel or whatever that's going to lead me back out to where the Phoenix is? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go back to town somewhere and try to do some synthesis, because that's something that I know I want to do. Alright, so I'm at the Mercenaries Guild, and there's a guy for doing synthesis here. And so yeah, Undying Hat was one of the earlier ones. Interesting. Okay, so there's still some... I don't have enough monster things, like empty skull shards, for example, to make some of these things. Unyielding Shield is something that I could make. And so it's an upgrade to the Aegis Shield. And I don't even remember right now. Does the Thief have a shield? He has Ignatius Shield, which resists all elemental damage. And how does it compare to an Aegis Shield? Yeah, so it seems like rather than resisting all elemental damage, I could increase defense, magic defense, and critical chance, which sounds like it's probably worth it, actually. Yeah, I think that would be an upgrade. So I'll definitely consider that one, the Unyielding Shield. Mana Surge Robe, I don't really need that. That's just Sapphire tier stuff, so let me try to go find some more Aegis tier stuff. Okay, Divine Staff increases intelligence and magic defense. That sounds good. In fact, that might be better than Virgil's Staff, potentially. So I'm going to go ahead and craft that one. So we have a Divine Staff. Damned Whip and Lucent Bow, I wouldn't be using those anyway. Citadel Spear. Spear that increases defense. That might be good for the Thief. Monstrous Axe. I don't have enough Titan skulls for Devil's Dagger. I don't have an Aegis Dagger. Okay, Cursed Sword. Don't have enough Rotten Dragon Teeth. Radiant Staff is just Sapphire again. So the Citadel Spear... it's probably worth at least trying. and I don't think it conflicted in terms of the ingredients that it was using with anything else that I wanted to check, and so I guess I'll go make that thing that was on the bottom, because I think at this point we're going to have gone through everything. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, let's make the unyielding shield as well. And then let's try equipping these things. So if I change to the unyielding shield, it does appear to be an upgrade of stats, and I'm willing to give up the elemental damage, so we'll do that. Consword versus... what did I make? Some kind of like super Aegis shield. Citadel Spear. Doesn't have as much attack power. Has a lot more defense. Thief has had enough defense right now, and so I'm not worried about that. And so we'll go ahead and leave it with cons. And then there was a staff. Virgil's staff versus the Aegis staff thing that I just made, wherever it is. The upgraded staff. What was it called? The Divine Staff. That's what it was called. And it has more weight, but it has more magic defense, attack, and even more intelligence. Okay, so great. That's a straight upgrade for the Black Mage as well. Okay, great. So I've upgraded some of my equipments, and I have lots of kind of like player upgrades with ability points that I could do, and so that might mean that I'm able to take on the final 2 bosses that the Mercenaries Guild was sending me after. I don't remember who they were right now, and I'm also not sure where I am in an episode, and so maybe I should go check on that. Yeah, I've got enough footage for today, and also the neighbors just started mowing the lawn, and so I don't want that to get picked up by the mic, so I'll go ahead and call it here for today. I hope, as always, you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon with more Last Dream World Unknown. Bye-bye!